Hey, what's up? George Beatty, making a video about cooling down after you sign the deal. Make sure we got a little more light here. See if this will help. All right, so the cool down. Oh, you want this to be backlit. Anyway, so the cool down is an essential aspect of the sales process. It happens after you sign a contract with somebody. After you get that signature on the dotted line, you get the lockbox information, all that stuff. People's emotions are very, very charged, right? So if you can ever imagine yourself like buying a car, buying like a really expensive TV, or just making an expensive purchase in general, typically you're emotionally charged after that. You might be second guessing yourself, asking yourself, did I make the right decision? Did I do this? Did I do that? How am I going to explain this to family members? Things of that nature. So what our goal here is to reduce the likelihood of a cancellation, increase the likelihood of our showings going easily and our person being easy to deal with from here on out, and also just making everybody feel good. So once everything's signed, you want to spend about 10, maybe 15 minutes still in the house, assuming that they're not rushing out, talking about the weather, or talking about their kid's soccer game, just talking about whatever you warmed up with them about, and also reiterating the logical justification for why they made the decision to sell to you, right? So people make decisions emotionally and then they justify them with logic, right? So that person signed that paper to do business with you based upon them not wanting to handle anything going wrong with the house, based upon them wanting to go with the sure bet and just sort of being done with everything, and also probably because they liked you and their emotions were high, dealing with you and visualizing what they're going to do with the money. Now, logically, they might have some people come at them and say, hey, why didn't you list this on the MLS? Why didn't you get more estimates? Why didn't you X, right? So we want to reiterate those decisions for why they went with us. So like, even maybe bring up, hey, just so you know, some of your family members might not be happy with you for selling this property to an investor. I know this is a family house or whatever the case is, but just remember you don't have any closing costs to pay. There's no real estate agent commissions. We're going to handle all the paperwork from A to Z. We're going to settle fast and make sure that this is the simplest, fastest, easiest transaction that you've ever done. All you got to do is sit back, grab a glass of lemonade, put your feet up, and just wait for it to be done, because it's really just that simple. So so you're reiterating the benefits here, and you're also going to reiterate what the next steps are, right? So this is once their emotions are down so that they can sort of receive your information better, that's not drinking through a fire hose anymore. So reiteration of benefits, fast closing, no paperwork, no real estate agent commissions, no transfer taxes, nothing like that. We're going to handle everything. We're even going to deal with the clean out. All you got to do is sit back and wait. We might need a couple documents from you. Just so you know, Kayla, our transaction coordinator, is going to be reaching out to gather any types of documents, and our dispositions manager, Tim, is going to be handling the investor side of it. So if we need to get some contractor estimates or just kind of poke some people through here, Tim will be in touch to do that. They'll both probably call you within a couple of days. Remember, that's Tim and that's Kayla. They're both with us, and they're the best in the business. So when they reach out, just be prepared to say hi, and if we need some docs, we'll let you know. Also, just for your information at this point, you'll know whether it's an estate, it's an LLC, and you'll need the documents from that, so you should be able to prep them for that. But that's the cool down. We want to calm them down. We want to let them ride that emotional roller coaster down and still be there so that we can handle any objections that come up at that point, and also just sort of remember, be there with them as a human, let them calm down and reiterate all the benefits, and transition to the prepping them for team, and do that once they're cool again, once they've come back down. Sometimes people's emotions won't jump up terribly far, but that does happen with regularity, so to speak. And basically what happens later, just so you know, later they're looking at Zillow, they're looking at Trulia, they're asking the real estate agent friends if they got a good deal, and we want to hedge off as much of those objections now so that they're not as angry when the real estate agent friend said, hey, you can get more money. We want to be out in front of that. You can get more money, but we're handling all these things. So that's what the cool down is. That's why it's important. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me.